You know, just to see 1 minute, moving around, working, doing all the things you can do, and then being told that, hey, you know what, you've been diagnosed with ALS. And she's in the medical field, so she knew what it was. But you're talking to somebody else who doesn't know what ALS is, and they're gonna be like, well, what happens next? You're totally fine 1 minute, and then you start losing function, you can't walk, and then to losing your voice, but your brain's totally intact. Nothing changes. Your mind is the same with ALS, nothing changes. You just start losing all your motor function. Dawn, this story is about you. Dawn and I met in 2009, working in the emergency room. She was the director of emergency services for the ER in a hospital here in Broward. Dawn gave a lot of energy, caring for people that were sick, children coming in. This woman had energy like you wouldn't believe. And it's all about taking care of people. 2012, I went to Afghanistan, and that was the same year she actually was diagnosed with ALS. What drives me to Dawn is her energy. Okay, she's dedicated, she's motivated. She gave over 20 years of medical service to people. Didn't care. She didn't care what was wrong with them. Children, adults, older, geriatrics, she was there. That was her passion.
She's sassy. She's got she's just got that, you know, she lived in New York for a while, so she's got that New York thing too. And she's just sweet and generous and will do anything for anybody. Anything.
Dawn is going through some tough financial situations. Our government has helped her as much as they can. She has to pay for a lot of her supplies, food, feeding tubes, due to some financial constraints. Unfortunately, this week the power was cut off, but the ventilator was running on a backup battery. She does pay for her bills, but at this time things are getting kind of tough. Paying rent is not easy. So I'm getting some texts on Facebook Messenger from Dawn with regards to rent needed and that the landlord wanted to get her out. And I told her it does take a process, they're not going to throw her out, but she gets worried. So with ALS, you get really worried. So here I'm telling her, don't worry, it's a scare tactic. Let me handle it, I'll call the landlord, help her out. We're here today to raise some money for Dawn so we can get her back to her mother. It's going to require a meta-flight, private plane with special medical personnel, respiratory therapist, a physician, a nurse, and the whole point is to get her transported from her bed here to the ambulance, to the airport, get her on a plane, fly her up to where she has to be, and then transport her back into her family's house, so she can be reunited with her mother and her sister and the rest of her family.
I have tried, I reached out to the ALS chapter in Rhode Island. They did not give me any help, any hope. I contacted Angel Flight. They want a huge amount to fly her from Florida to Rhode Island. I still keep in contact with them to see if they can come up with anything better in terms of a plan, money situation-wise, and nothing's been brought of that. So we've just been trying every way that we can, reaching out here and there. I called news stations back home in Rhode Island, no calls back, nothing. She wants to be with family, like I said, in Rhode Island for the remainder of what she has left, and she wants to enjoy the rest of her life and be happy, be around family, and just be comfortable in knowing that she is surrounded by people that love her and want her there.
We're gonna make this happen, all right? We're gonna make this happen. You gotta be strong, you know? God always put obstacles in our lives. And he said, when you live in this world, you're gonna pass by, we're gonna travel. It's a short period of time. Everyone. You know what? Because there's eternal life in the other world. So right now you're just gonna be strong, okay? You're strong and you are strong. And we're gonna pull through this together. And I'm with you. And even when you go to Rhode Island, guess where I'm gonna be? I'm gonna be right here. You know that?
Yes.
Okay? All right, I don't want to make you cry anymore. All right, we're just telling some stories here.
Remember that tomorrow isn't promised. What you are and have can be changed in a minute.